fight. You gambling with your life? Let's roll it.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Bills and the Dolphins on Thursday night.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1. Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins head out, led by the NFL's leading passer in 2023, now in his 5th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
And he's coming off a great season where he put up career highs in yards and touchdowns, while also leading one of the most prolific scoring offenses in the NFL. The number one thing he did last season, though, staying healthy. When he's on the field, Miami can roll.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Well, this defense for the Bills, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run for it with Achane. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. On the return, Johnson. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Got it complete to Khalil. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Now a guy who played his high school ball at Miami Central, it's James Cook. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now Allen. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Motion man is Berrios. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll get it inside the 35. When you look at this defense,
they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Isaiah Likely.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense.
Oh, this is blocked. And now the Bills have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax.
Whoa, bad move.
To the air, Allen has his man. It's Shakir.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On play action, Allen buying time to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, Del Beckham Jr. with a diving grab.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook.
And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Allen now looks to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bills are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, They're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And now out come the Bills.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cook up the gut.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
They run again on 1st down. Cook.
He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 13 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday Night Football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now they'll throw with Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A run straight ahead with it.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
So here are the Bills to take over. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive. A give. This is Cook.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. He completes it to Beckham. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Cook will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Ready.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Looking to pass. Tua.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's Jake Bailey now. Johnson to return it.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Handoff comes to Cook, shelling through the defense. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flush to his right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Allen off the play fake. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They'll run with Cook. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Allen taking it himself, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Josh Allen with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills are able to stretch out their lead. Pass on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Miami set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Johnson on the return. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. James Cook and the Buffalo offense returning to work now. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Allen going to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And again, it's Allen. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Gets this one to Morris. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. As far as the early games go in that 1 o'clock window, we'll be focused on that game in Nashville. A big one for the Titans as they'll square off against the New York Jets. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And finally, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. We saw some strong work from James Cook in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0, but who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On play action, Allen finding Shakir across the formation. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Allen. He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing now is Allen. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down. To throw, it's Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Allen. And he whips that one incomplete there.
No partner guaranteed. They approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Amari Cooper, 26 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you. And I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
right at the 30.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete here.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
From the gun, it's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 36. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Allen to throw it.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the air, Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal.
From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills will add on to their lead.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Miami's offense set and ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Ed Oliver able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Ready.
Here's a toss left for Achane. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They're right here.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And able to get this out to the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now Allen. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Tyrell Dodson in there to drop him for a loss on the play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, tight.
Now Allen. That is caught. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Up the middle, it's Cook.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark
Still
off the
first
5,
down.
and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Allen now looks to throw. It's caught by OBJ. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Motion man is Shakir. Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills are on their way to a 2-0 start. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Tua going to throw. He'll dump this off to Achane. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Now Tua. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And they work this out past the 25. On play action, Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And now they'll throw with Allen on the move to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen steps away. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Play action. Now it's Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got it at the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Here's Bass now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Tua sets up to pass it. This is Smith with the ground. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's got it. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
This time, the extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So Allen's going to look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Allen now on the sneak, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, now how about this return? Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Bills, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.